And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Castle Gorge as we get ready for the running of the Red Bull 400, the Snickers Cup Series event here at this short track. We're getting ready here for, I believe it's going to be 40 laps of racing. And we've got ourselves a pretty nice star-studded field here, including already a two-time winner, John Cittadino, coming off his second career Snickers Cup Series win from last week at Auto Club. He currently has won 2 races in a row at Bristol and Auto Club. He's looking for his third straight Snickers Cup Series victory. If he could do that, he would set a new precedent, a new historical mark here in the NNSCRA. But he is starting quite a ways back, about mid-pack right now, so he's going to have quite a task in his hands. We've seen it's very difficult to be able to get to the front of the field here at this particular racetrack. The last 2 races we've had, the Truck Series and Mobile and Cup Series races, have been rather wreck fests. We don't spend very much time under the green flag, but I'll tell you what, when we do get under the green flag, these guys put on a pretty doggone good show. On the pole for this race, I believe this is actually his second straight pole, if I remember correctly, and that's Pichu London in the 26 for Michael Waltrip Racing. Pichu London currently comes into this race 22nd in points, so a good run today is definitely needed for that team. Alongside of him, a driver who really needs a good run today, Rohit Vidaravu, looking for his second career Snickers Cup Series victory. He rolls in 37th in the point stand. Certainly not been a good run for that RCR team here at the beginning of the season. He'd love to be able to get the season turned around right here today. On the inside of row number 2 is one of the Ray Everham Dodges. That is Zach Campbell, who comes in even worse in the standings than Rohit Vidaravu because he comes in dead last in the points. Zach Campbell really looking for a good run today to be able to break out here. He's been having such a dismal start to the season. Alongside of him is going to be Eric Burton in the 99. Eric Burton, who came away with a pretty stellar finish in the Mobile Cup Series event. He'll look to try and follow it up with a good finish here today in the Snickers Cup Series as he comes into this race 27th in the standings. And then rounding out the top 5, yet another Ray Everham Dodge. And that's going to be another rookie in Alex DeMarco, who comes into this race 26th in points. Could be a good day today if those 2 Ray Everham Dodges can stay up in the front and out of trouble. Today we've got Dylan Young coming in as the points leader in that Blue Deuce. I believe he's running the Reds paint scheme again today that he ran last week at Bristol. He comes in this time only with a 6-point advantage, though, over the other Dylan Poteet, and then it's a total of 18 points. Oh, no, I'm sorry, only 8 points, rather, back to Cole Daly, our winner from Las Vegas. So we'll have to see what's going to happen here. So the cars are going to roll off. They'll complete a couple pace laps. As they complete those couple pace laps, we will show you today's starting grid. Certainly going to be a wild one. We'll see who's going to be here at the end. Is it certainly going to be a wreck fest, maybe a race of survival? Who's going to win here today at Castle Gorge? Getting ready to put them under the green flag. We've seen Truck Series and Mobile Cup Series racing here, and it has proved to be a challenge for these drivers to head into the corners. Let's see if that's going to be the case here today, or have these drivers finally, after this long weekend, been able to figure out something that'll keep us clean and green for maybe the full 60 laps. We'll find out. As here we go. Pichu London gets us under the green flag here at Castle Gorge. Zach Campbell, Alex DeMarco, nice qualifying spots, as we mentioned, for both those drivers trying to give Dodge their first win of the season. As Zach Campbell's going to go to the inside line, he's going to take the top spot. And they made it through that first corner pretty doggone well. They gave each other a lot of room. They seemed to not overdrive the corner. But there is the caution, just like that, as Campbell is going to lead at the line. I believe that they're not going to be able to race it back around. Yeah, I think they were just about 2 or 3 feet ahead of the start-finish line when the caution waved, so we're not going to be able to race another lap under green. Rookie Zach Campbell did get the lead, though, and the caution's going to come out for the Hendrick Motorsports car of Aaron Williams Jr. Just ahead of him is Charles Jackson. He may have been involved as well. There's Sean Galligan and Anthony McCrory. Not sure if they got involved or not. Charles Jackson 4th in points. Anthony McCrory 8th in points. And oh, Jake Rogers has got some damage, and so too does Trent Dunham. Oh, that's not Trent Dunham. I'm sorry. That's Callum Wales, rather. Jake Rogers, who comes into this race 40th in points. Burger King Racing Toyota with damage. Just ahead of him, Jackson. Just ahead of him, Callum Wales. Looks like Jackson's now going to complete his service, and so too did Jake Rogers. Caution's out for the first time today. Let's look back at a replay as rookie Zach Campbell, dead last in points, is right now dead first on the racetrack. Alright, we're probably going to have to toggle between camera angles here to find out just exactly how this happens, but look at this. Aaron Williams Jr., look who's behind him. Ron Vajara Jr., is there going to be contact between those two again? Yes, there is. You've got to be kidding me. Aaron Williams Jr. getting hit by Ron Vajara Jr. again. Shades of Phoenix. Jackson's going to get clipped. Sean Galligan there in the 21 and Anthony McCurry in the 61. I think they slowed up in time. But you've got to be kidding me. This rivalry just continues on here, and you gotta admit there hasn't really been much aggression on the part of Aaron Williams Jr. He just keeps on getting taken out. And up here, we're gonna see what happens to Jake Rogers, because he had some damage. Just ahead of him is Callum Wales. Do they have contact made between the two of them? Wow, Rogers does a close 3-wide move there on James Silverfox. Does it happen further up here? I don't know. But we do know that Jake Rogers had some front-end damage. And none of the drivers up here are looking like drivers who were at least involved in this. There's the pace car, kind of morphing itself into the Kyle Sosnowski machine. I wonder if these guys ended up wrecking under caution, maybe. The 39 and the 93, how ironic, the reverse numbers. Watch right here. They're all slowing up. Callum Wales, is he going to run into the back of Cole Daly? Or, oh yeah, oh, they just all started backing up here. Oh, look at this. Emilio Navarrete was there, Jacob Lawler, Danny Wells, that's the Daytona 500 winner, James McLeod there. Yeah, they all just started backing up and spinning each other out here under the caution flag. Lawler, 7th in points there. Richard Johnson, 12th in points. McLeod actually is now 13th in points as he's been able to work his way back up inside the top 15. Oh, man, look at Callum Wales just hit the back of the Jacob Lawler machine. Callum Wales, 28th in points. That certainly won't help him. We already mentioned that Jake Rogers is 40th in points, and Emilio Navarrete, he's not been having a great season. He's 36th in points, but right there, big question mark on the 22 of Ron Vajara Jr. Man, this junior rivalry just continuing on there, and it's starting to take itself to a whole new level. I don't think I've ever had a rivalry that just keeps on happening over and over again each and every week. And this is certainly a first for me. And boy, Ron Vajara Jr., he is not doing himself any favors by making Aaron Williams Jr. his enemy, because, you know, Aaron Williams Jr. is a great driver and everything, but if he feels it necessary to end a rivalry some way, he's going to do it. I mean, he's not going to take that lion down, no doubt about it. And can't really say I blame Aaron Williams Jr. either. Boy, things just all of a sudden, the spam is hitting the fan here, and who would have thought that this early on in the season we'd have this kind of a budding rivalry going on between Ron Vajara Jr. and Aaron Williams Jr. Caution's out for the first time today already. It's heating up here at Castle Gorge. Let's go back to green. We'll go back to green flag racing with Zach Campbell being the leader. Eric Burton has moved his way to second. Third place is DeMarco. That is Zach Campbell's teammate. So right now, 2 of the 3 Ray Abraham Motorsports cars are running inside the top 3. The 2 rookies, that is. Rohi Vidarvu is in 4th. Fifth place is Matthew Rodriguez. Sixth place is going to be Wido Savotas. Seventh is going to be Michael Norman with Dylan Poteet in eighth. Ninth is Trent Whitney, and Jacob Lawler will run in 10th. His teammate Jake Cole is 11th, Austin Ogo 12th, James McLeod 13th, 14th is Joshua Michaels with Danny Wells in 15th, 16th is Chris Dollerton, Jordan Davis 17th rather, 18th is Adam Chambers. The points leader Dylan Young is now running 19th, and Emilio Navarrete completes the top 20. As we go back to Green Flag Racing, we'll quickly update you on who is where. We saw Callum Wales on the inside line a lap down. The only driver who has retired from today's race is Charles Jackson so far. Battle on for the lead here. Eric Burton looking at the inside line on Zach Campbell. Eric Burton's been doing a great job. Oh, Callum Wales just got turned to the outside retaining wall. The slower lap car must have held some drivers up, and oh, whoa, I just really failed right there. We're looking at the two-time winner, John Cittadino. Oh, man, Tim Walsh and his teammate Jake Cole, Michael Waltrip Racing drivers, both getting taken out with Callum Wales. And the points leader, Dylan Young, is damaged. He is slowed and he is damaged on both the front and the rear of that Penske Ford. Oh, man. He was running just inside the top 20, and just like that, in the blink of an eye, the points leader has found trouble here at Castle Gorge. And it was all due to the lap car of Callum Wales. We'll look back at a replay now, but oh my goodness, Barney Ward's got some damage as well, and looks like these drivers are all going to come down and make some pit stops. Why don't we actually follow that? Is Pichu London staying out? Yeah, Pichu London's staying out, but Rohit Vidar was coming down. Wido Savotas is in. Michael Norman is in. So some drivers working some pit strategy here. Let's follow this. Rohit Vidar, I believe, was running in the 5th position. Gives that up to make a pit stop. Wow, nice fast pit stop by Wido Savotas as well. There is Michael Norman completing his service. Jacob Lawler is done. Trent Whitney, he now completes his service. Joshua Michaels, Dylan Poteet, Navarrete, McLeod, Chambers, Ravijar Jr., Hayden Klein, Danny Wells, Roke, Mason, Cittadino, Cole Daly, Trent Dunham, Sosnowski, Mary Cole, James Silverfox, Sean Henley, Anthony McCurry, Aaron Lewis Jr., Austin Ogo, Tryphon Reed, Jake Rogers, Richard Johnson, and Sean Galligan, all making pit stops here on lap 10, but we had quite a few drivers stay out there. You can see them right there. The lead now being inherited by Pichu London, because I guess, yeah, it looks like those other drivers are coming down and pitting now. Zach Campbell, Eric Burton, and Alex DeMarco now pitting one lap later. Interesting. Maybe they think they can't make it on one more lap at the end. A lot of pit strategy being played out here. There they go, along with Matthew Rodriguez, two-time NNSCRA champion. Let's take a look now at what put us under the caution flag. Looks like this is the best camera angle we can find right here. They're trying to get by the slower lap car of Callum Wales. Michael Norman, he's going to get into the 39, turn him around right up the racetrack, right in front of Dylan Poteet. Look at that, sliced right between Wido Savotas and Dylan Poteet. And watch right here, Jake Cole just absolutely nowhere to go. James McLeod's going to get a little piece of it. Callum Wales' car actually starts to flip over. Oh man, he got hit by somebody. I think that was Danny Wells. No, it wasn't Danny Wells, it was Chris Dollerton. And there is Tim Walsh getting a piece of it. There's Dylan Young. He's held up back there behind the Jake Cole machine. I think he's going to get hit by Barney Ward. Yep, right there. The 29 going to hit the 2. And Jordan Davis in the 16, he also got a piece of it. He was riding the inside retaining wall there for a moment. But look at this. Oh, my goodness. Callum Wales going for a wild ride right there. And what a tough break for Tim Walsh and for Jake Cole. Tim Walsh 17th and Jake Cole 19th in points. Both were doing a pretty good job with stellar seasons for Michael Waltrip Racing, and it comes to an end here. And there's Chris Dollerton back there behind the Tim Walsh machine. Dollerton was actually running very well this season. He slipped down to 23rd in the past few weeks, but still was putting together a really good season in his second Snickers Cup Series season of his career. Caution is out for the second time today, and involved the points leader Dylan Young. We'll have to see if he'll be able to continue on as we're under the caution. Let's go back to green. Alright, we're getting ready to go back under the green flag. I'm trying to get an update on Pichu London, because either he pitted under the first caution of the day, or else he's staying out on older tires. I'm not sure which the case was. He was back in the 37th position on our last restart, and now the pole sitter is back up here in the front of the field. So I almost wonder if he also has worked out some pit strategy and is good to go for a while, if indeed this goes into a long green flag run. So he's the leader. Rohit Vidar is second. Wido Savotas third, Michael Norman fourth, and Jacob Lawler runs fifth. 6th is Trent Whitney, Joshua Michaels in 7th, 8th Dylan Poteet, 9th is Emilio Navarrete, and James McLeod completes the top 10. The points leader, Dylan Young, going to start all the way back in the 36th position. Matter of fact, he hasn't even left pit road yet. He's making another pit stop. The green flag comes back out. We have more drivers back behind the wall, including Barney Ward, his teammate Chris Dollerton. Then you got the Michael Waltrip Racing guys of Jake Cole and Tim Walsh, as well as Callum Wales. They joined Charles Jackson back behind the wall. Pichu London got himself a great restart. He's going to pull away from this battle for second between Rohit Vidarvu and rookie Waidos Avotas. Looks like the outside line is going to get a little bit better run there, but Avotas is going to hang tough, and I think the caution's waving again. Yes, it is. Third time today. Waidos Avotas, he's got thoughts for the lead here under caution. Can he get the run to the inside? Nope. Pichu London's camera going to be too strong, and he will lead it. And, oh, it's Matthew Rodriguez in the 14, and oh my goodness, everybody going to have to miss him as his car is stalled on the apron. Matthew Rodriguez, who is having a great Snickers Cup Series season so far, he's involved. Oh, James McLeod, who restarted in 10th place. Aaron Williams Jr., more damage to the 24. I think that's enough to send him to the garage area now. Well, maybe not. It looks like he's trying to stay out. Caution's out for the third time today. And this time it was a rather big wreck involving a lot of drivers up at the front of the field. And I'm almost wondering if it could have had to do with the slower lap car of Jordan Davis. Lap cars seeming to come into play here in our last two caution flags. Let's find out. Yeah, here's what happened. You see Jordan Davis up ahead of rookie Joshua Michaels. That's kind of holding the whole outside line up. And let's see where the contact is going to begin. There are three wide racing here behind the slower car. And I think, oh, right there, Jordan Davis and Joshua Michaels, they make some contact. But is that what starts this wreck? Oh, Joshua Michaels squeezed McLeod into the wall right there. I don't think he knew McLeod was to his high side. McLeod going to come down into Danny Wells. He also clips the 87 of Ralph Mason, who's going to back it into the outside retaining wall. That's a tough break for Mason there in the 87. And then, Anthony McCurry's going to get a piece of it right there. Aaron Williams Jr. just stuck on the high side. Nowhere he can go. And then Richard Johnson and Matthew Rodriguez both going to run into it. And Eric Burton does actually a really nice job of getting through there in the Aflac Ford. Now, Matthew Rodriguez, the reason that he was stalled on the apron is right here. James McLeod, his car is dead. That car, the engine has gone, and it's there on the racetrack. Matthew Rodriguez's car is just stuck right there. He cannot get loose. I think he may have hooked some sheet metal there with the 51 as the two of them stalled out there on the apron, and Matthew Rodriguez's car had to be quickly gotten off the racetrack so that the other cars that were on the lead lap would not hit him. What a tough break for two-time NNSCRA champion Matthew Rodriguez, our Daytona 500 champ from here this season, James McLeod. And there is Dylan Young still sitting on pit road getting service. The points leader, I'm certain he's fallen at least several laps down now. Quite a few drivers did get pieces of that we didn't realize, including Ralph Mason, Anthony McCurry, and Richard Johnson as we go back to green. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing. We had Pichu London and Rohit Vidarvu both make pit stops here under this, our latest caution. So now they will restart at the tail end of the longest line here. Dylan Poteet now inherits the lead. Right now, according to our live points, he is the new points leader of the Snickers Cup Series standings. Joshua Michaels, he is now in second highest running rookie. John Cittadino, the rookie sensation of domination, currently in the third position. Fourth place is Kyle Sosnowski, our Moblin Cup Series winner. And Austin Ogo is now in fifth. Tryphon Reed runs sixth. Seventh is Alex DeMarco. Zach Campbell is eighth. Sean Galligan ninth. And Eric Burton completes the top 10. And it's Richard Johnson, Waidos Avotas, Jacob Lawler, Trent Whitney, and Michael Norman in the top 15. Emilio Navarrete is 16th. 17th, Robert Jarre Jr., Adam Chambers, Danny Wells, and George Roque. They complete the top 20. So we're back to green flag racing. Keep an eye here on these slower cars. Aaron Williams Jr., Anthony McCurry, Jordan Davis, who are all off the lead lap right now. They're going to be holding these guys up. Matthew Rodriguez. Oh, man, they're awfully close right there. He's another lap car, I believe. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, there goes the teammates. The teammates from Roger Penske, Ray Abraham. Oh, boy, Roger Penske. What am I saying? Oh, man, Waidos Avotas gets a piece of Aaron Williams Jr. Michael Norman has spun. Oh, look at this. It's carnage. Oh, look out. Oh. Trent Dunham. He's involved. Eric Burton is in it. Jake Rogers, Emilio Navarrete, Adam Chambers, Danny Wells. There was a lot of pile up going there. Oh man, George Roque runs into the back of his Michael Waltrip Racing teammate, Jacob Lawler. Car smoking on the apron. That is Eric Burton. Had such a great qualifying run. James Silverfox just got spun out again under the caution. Vedaravu, that pit strategy did not work out for him. There's Jake Rogers. There's Norman. Waios of Otas. Former Snickers Cup Series champion Adam Chambers. His teammate Alex DeMarco. And Zach Campbell, his other teammate. Boy, I think this whole thing started with two teammates getting together. The two Dodges. We'll find out in just a moment. Dylan Poteet leads us under the caution flag. We had a pretty good camera angle of this to see the start of the wreck, and I believe somebody, is it Galligan that's going to turn the 19 of Alex DeMarco? Yes, it is, right there. He goes down to Eric Burton, does Galligan. Alex DeMarco, unfortunately, goes right down into his own, Ray Abraham teammate, and then Campbell kind of pushed the 19 back up the racetrack, and he comes down into Waios of Otas. Michael Norman's going to have nowhere to go. Oh, man, he missed that wreck right there. He missed the 19. Nice job by Michael Norman. But then Aaron Williams Jr. and Matthew Rodriguez, they're going to make contact up ahead, and then you see Michael Norman cannot avoid Waios of Otas, then gets clipped in the right rear by Matthew Rodriguez. It's going to spin his car around. But then, as all that was going on, watch Eric Burton. He's going to get hit there by Trent Dunham after both Eric Burton and Sean Galligan tried to recover. Trent Dunham's car goes up, hits the outside retaining wall, comes down right in front of Rohit Vedaravu. Right there's going to be the contact for him. And then Jake Rogers, oh man, head on into the hood of the Grandpa Trent Chevrolet. Look at Pichu London just slither his way through there. Nice miss by that driver. Oh man, I think Ron Vachar Jr. may have gotten a little piece of that too, don't know. Just complete and utter carnage going on here. And this time it involved a lot of front runners. Aaron Williams Jr., I think he's been involved in 3 of our 5 cautions today. Certainly not been a great Castle Gorge weekend for him. Waios of Otas. Man, was just starting to get his season turned around. 39th in points, now on pit road with a damaged race car. We're under the caution one more time. We're ready to go back to green, looks like, with Dylan Poteet out in front. Go back to green on lap 25 of 60. There you see McCurry, Jordan Davis, Matthew Rodriguez lined up there. A lap down on the inside line. Top 10 are Dylan Poteet, Joshua Michaels, John Cittadino, Kyle Sosnowski, Austin Ogo, Tryfon Reed. Then it's going to be Zach Campbell, Alex DeMarco, Michael Norman, and Sean Galligan completing the top 10. There's more lap cars. Aaron Williams Jr., Waios of Otas, Rohit Vedaravu. So we got 6 lap cars for these drivers have to contend with. Drivers behind the wall thus far that we haven't mentioned before are Eric Burton, Trent Dunham, Jake Rogers, Adam Chambers, Danny Wells, Emilio Navarrete, and James McLeod. Dylan Young has also gone back behind the wall, 15 laps down. He'll finish the day in 36th. So I think Dylan Young is going to lose the points lead as the green flag is back out here for Dylan Poteet. Dylan Poteet out in front here trying to keep ahead of these wrecks because he knows that he had to make up 6 points of ground on the points leader, Dylan Young. Oh my goodness, we had 2 wrecks back there. Caution flies yet again. And Poteet will lead us under the caution one more time, and this was a big one. Oh man, Pichu London, the pole sitter, is in it. Ron Vachar Jr. got some of it. Maybe James Silverfox. Trent Whitney in the 98, he was involved. Cole Daly may have gotten a piece of it. And, there's smoke up here. Is this from that wreck that already happened? Oh, Sean Galligan, I'm pretty certain he got a little piece of it. Whatever it may have been. Caution flies again. And Dylan Poteet's got to be pretty pleased to keep seeing these cautions happen. Ron Vachar Jr. on pit road right now. Because this means that Dylan Poteet, every lap that's run under caution is one last lap that he has to try and hold the lead from whoever is running in second. Poteet the leader. Let's go back and see what the caution came out for again. This time on lap 27. Well, here's a look at it. It looks like rookie Hayden Klein going to get into the left rear of Sean Galligan. Galligan goes down into Richard Johnson. Then his car snaps back up the racetrack into the outside retaining wall. He comes back down into Hayden Klein along with James Silverfox and Pichu London. Those 3 going to be left to spin around there on the apron. And then Hayden Klein's going to come up. He's going to hook Ron Vachar Jr. is going to go head on into the outside retaining wall. There you see Cole Daly and George Roque. They're going to get held up there. Trent Whitney nowhere to go. And nice miss there by Jacob Lawler. Well, you know, I haven't really even talked about it, but look at these drivers that have DNF'd or gotten involved in wrecks that are running well in points. We know about Dylan Young already. There's Cole Daly. He's 3rd in points. Charles Jackson's DNF'd. He's 4th in points. George Roque involved in that wreck right there. He's 5th in points. Certainly showing the impact that this race is having on our current point standings as we go back to green. Well, we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing again. There's all those lap cars lined down the inside line, 6 of them in total. Top 10 doesn't look much different. Poteet's still the leader, Joshua Michaels 2nd, John Cittadino 3rd, Austin Ogo 4th, and Kyle Sosnowski 5th, and it's Tryphon Reed, Zach Campbell, Michael Norman, Alex DeMarco, and Richard Johnson the top 10. Mary Cole's now moved her way up into 11th. 12th is Ralph Mason. Look at that damaged race car, and he's running in the 12th position. 13th is Sean Henley. Sean Galligan is 14th, and Jacob Lawler 15th. Cole Daly 16th. 17th, Hayden Klein. 18th, George Roque, and James Silverfox is 19th, with 20th being Pichu London. 21st is going to be Trent Whitney. There's it. 21 cars left on the lead lap. And then from 22nd on back through 27th are those lap cars of Anthony McCurry, Jordan Davis, Rohit Vidarbu, Matthew Rodriguez, Wido Savotas, and Aaron Williams Jr. as Dylan Poteet's going to very quickly get away. I don't like the way that's going on back here. Oh, something's going to have to give. Or can they keep it together here? Oh, they're awfully close off this corner. Ralph Mason looking underneath Alex DeMarco. Look at the difference of damage between the 19 and the 87. And yet the 87, with a much more damaged race car, was able to make that pass right there. Sean Henley moving Aaron Williams Jr. out of the way. And they're going to go 3 by 3 by 3. And it looked like somebody made a pit stop. I think it was rookie Joshua Michaels. So already under this green flag, maybe they're sensing this is going to be a green flag run. And Joshua Michaels trying to play out some pit strategy, but he better hurry. This is a short track, remember. It's very difficult to make pit stops under green. Look at this. Mobile and Cup Series winner Kyle Sosnowski would love to go 2 for 3 here in this race weekend. He's looking for the top spot underneath of Dylan Poteet. Looking to get Hendrick Motorsports' first win of the season. He is gone now underneath Dylan Poteet. He's got the lead. Kyle Sosnowski is the new leader here. He won the Mobile Cup Series. He'd love to win here in Snickers, and he will lead us to the caution flag. Austin Ogo may have gotten second with Poteet third, Campbell fourth, and fifth place was... can't tell. We're not getting a good enough camera angle to see who it was. Oh, look out. They're all going to have to slow up here because of the slower cars. Yikes. Wow. Really, really close right there. Those drivers could have just taken themselves out of contention if they had run to the back of all those slower race cars. We're under the caution for what could be our 8th time, could be our 12th time. I don't know, but it's the caution nonetheless. Let's take a look and see what happened. Well, this was a Sean versus Sean wreck right here. Galligan in 8th, Henley in 9th. And looks like Henley's going to get into that left rear of the 21. Galligan's been a pinball today. He's been hit left and right and everywhere, and he still is able to keep himself inside the top 10 right there, though. Henley having a difficult time getting by the 21, even after he hit the inside retaining wall, and Galligan's car going to slide across the line. See what position he actually slid across in there. Probably lost a few positions, but maybe not. 12th place is where Galligan slid across in. He is going to hit fairly hard right there with the right front of his car into the inside retaining wall, but doesn't really look like he sustained that much damage in the Hartley-Pool Ford, so we'll see if he'll be able to continue on. If he does continue on, and he doesn't come down pit road, they're still going to score him in the 12th position. So Galligan spinning here on the front straightaway, but fortunately he slid across the start-finish line, still inside the top 15, so we go back to green. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Kyle Sosnowski was out in front, but as soon as he came out to front, he decided to come down pit road and work some pit strategy. He and John Cittadino both came down pit road under that latest caution. We've had Trent Whitney making numerous pit stops here under both green flag and the caution flag. Looks like Jacob Lawler has now fallen off of the lead lap in the 15. So he is going to be lined up on the inside line with the others. Looks like Trent Whitney also joining him as well. Joshua Michaels also fell a lap down to the leaders. Take a look at the top 10. It's Dylan Poteet the leader. Zach Kim, or make that Austin Ogo, is in second. Zach Campbell third. Michael Norman fourth. And Hayden Klein is fifth. And sixth place could be James Silverfox. Seventh, Ralph Mason. Eighth, Sean Henley. Ninth is Pichu London. Actually, I was wrong. Jacob Lawler is still on the lead lap. He is in the 10th position. But Kyle Sosnowski on those fresher tires wants to get by. Oh, man, Cole Daly and Tryfon Reed make contact. They go 4 wide through that corner. Oh, this is a hornet's nest. This is a big-time hornet's nest, and I would not want to be Kyle Sosnowski. Wreck up ahead. Oh, White House of Otas. And how did everybody miss him? Oh, Mary Cole is damaged as well. Oh, man, Alex DeMarco in the 19. He's involved. And the caution waves again. Oh, man, DeMarco. And rookie White House of Otas and rookie Mary Cole. My goodness. What a tough break for Mary Cole, who came in second in rookie points. She lost the rookie points lead last week to two-time winner John Cittadino. She was 9th in points today. This may have just knocked her out of the top 10 in points as she is involved, along with two fellow rookies, White House of Otas and Alex DeMarco. Let's take a look at another caution flag replay. See if we can find out what exactly happened here. I believe Mary Cole had also made a pit stop back when Kyle Sosnowski and John Cittadino did. John Cittadino did not get a good restart, though. Kyle Sosnowski got away from him. Oh! Mary Cole just hooks Alex DeMarco up into the outside retaining wall, and DeMarco goes up and onto his driver's side and then begins to ride the outside retaining wall through the corner there. Oh my goodness, wow. That car took a hard hit in the outside retaining wall, caused him to get airborne. But up ahead here, we saw it happen. Oh, there it is, White House of Otas. Who does the turning of him? It's going to be, well, okay, here's where it starts. He and Jordan Davis, both of them lap cars, going to make some contact. Davis not going to bring his car back on the racetrack, but White House of Otas does, and his momentum's just killed. And what's Pichu London going to do? He cannot slow down on a dime. He runs into the back of the White House of Otas machine. The Otas takes a hard hit into the outside retaining wall as well. So both DeMarco and White House of Otas in two separate turns taking hard licks into the outside retaining wall. And oh, Cole Daly got a piece of that with the right front. Don't know how bad damaged the 17 may be after that. But a nice job by everybody to avoid running head-on into the 18 car. So we got two wrecks that happened here under this caution flag involving 3 rookies. Everybody else doing a nice job getting through it. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Dylan Poteet trying to win his first race since season 3. He's been on a 28-race winless streak. His last win came at Indianapolis at the end of season 3. And he's trying to get back to victory lane. He went the entire season 4. He made the chase and everything, but did not have a victory. Dylan Poteet. Right now, he's got the points lead according to our live standings. He'd love to be able to cap it off with a win today. He's the leader. Austin Ogo second. Zach Campbell third. Look who's moved up to 4th. Hayden Klein and Michael Norman is currently in the 5th position as the green flag will come back out. I see James Silverfox 6th, Ralph Mason 7th, Sean Henley 8th, Pichu London 9th, and I couldn't tell who was in 10th place for this restart. So the green flag comes back out. We've got a total of 14 laps to go. Austin Ogo all over the back bumper. Dylan Poteet there. He wants the lead, and the caution's out. Caution's out again. This is typical short track racing. Austin Ogo trying to beat Dylan Poteet to the line. Drag race, and Dylan Poteet by half a car length on the outside line will keep the top spot. This time the caution coming out for, Jacob Lawler. 7th in points, and there's a wreck up ahead. Oh, man, someone just pounded the entrance to the safer barrier, and that is Cole Daly. Just nailed it. I heard it there. Aaron Williams Jr. may have gotten a piece of whatever that was. But Jacob Lawler, man, what a tough break for him. 7th in points. He was doing a great job just surviving in that Toyota. But much like a lot of his Michael Waltrip Racing teammates today, his day looks like will be coming to an end here with 13 laps to go. See how this is going to happen. This was back somewhere just around between 10th and 15th. Not exactly sure where it was. Aaron Williams Jr. is going to make contact there. I think it was with Joshua Michaels. Cole Daly also as well. And there you go. Jacob Lawler, he's going to run into Aaron Williams Jr. Tryfon Reed got spun around there as well. And those 4 cars going to end up there on the apron of, I believe that is turn number 2. Man, tough break for Lawler, just T-boning the Aaron Williams Jr. machine. I'm rather surprised at Aaron Williams Jr. I mean, good grief, he's been hit right and left. He's been involved in so many incidents today, and he's still running on the racetrack. Almost inside the top 20 now. And now we got to watch Cole Daly. I mean, watch this. We're going to do it in real time. Watch what he does here. Here he is. He's going to get himself up to speed. Coming down here. Oh, he got turned around by Aaron Williams Jr. And, oh, man, hard into the inside retaining wall there. The entrance to pit road. So Cole Daly did not pull in a dumb moment and just drive himself into that wall. He got turned around and slid into it. And that is a hard hit for Cole Daly. Comes in third in the points, was just trying to survive today, and his day, undoubtedly, after that kind of a hit, will be complete. Alright, we're going to be getting 2 laps to go here. We'll go 1 lap to go till we go to green flag racing next time by. But wanted to take this extra lap to, we ended up talking about the drivers who are running well in points that have DNF'd from today's race. How about the drivers that are running well in points that have actually survived today and are still running well? Namely, our leader, Dylan Poteet, second in points, running very well. How about George Roque in the 55, currently running in the 11th position as he came in 5th in points. How about our 2-time winner, looking for his 3rd win in a row there, John Cittadino. He's in the 10th position as he comes into this race 6th in points. Anthony McCurry, even though he is down a lap to the leaders, still running very well in the 15th position. He is currently 8th in points. And I believe, is Danny Wells still in this race, or did he DNF? No, he DNF'd. Okay, so it looks like those 4 are the drivers that are still in the top 10 in points that are running well here today. Let's quickly give you a full field rundown. We've got less than 10 laps to go on this restart. We'll have a total of 8 to go when they take the green flag, so we'll try and go all the way through here. Poteet's the leader. Austin Ogo, right now the highest running rookie, in 2nd. Zach Campbell 3rd. Hayden Klein 4th, and Michael Norman is 5th. Rookies hold 3 of the top 5 spots for this restart. Silver Fox is 6th. Ralph Mason 7th. 8th is going to be Pichu London. 9th place will be Sean Henley. And completing the top 10 is John Cittadino. George Roque is in 11th. Richard Johnson is in 12th. Kyle Sosnowski 13th. Tryfon Reed 14th. And then we've got a lot of drivers that are a lap down here, but are all running inside the top 20, I will say. So green flag is out here. Single file restart. Let's see if we can race it clean and green to the end. Think we can do that? I'm not so certain. This is a short track. Keep in mind, here comes Ogo. Look at the inside line on Dylan Poteet again. At the line again, Poteet gets him by half a car length, but Ogo is still green, and he's got the inside advantage. Can Dylan Poteet hold off Austin Ogo? Poteet trying to win his first race since the end of Season 3. Austin Ogo trying to win his first Snickers Cup Series race, period, as he will get the lead with the caution coming out. Poteet going to try and battle back on the high side, but no, Austin Ogo gets him at the line. By half a car length, the inside line prevailed, and Austin Ogo will lead us under the caution flag. There was a spin there. And, oh my goodness gracious, a spin there entering turn 2, and Austin Ogo may have just made the move to win himself this race. I don't know for certain. We may get back to green. Car that spun out may have been Joshua Michaels. Could have been anybody for all I know. But there is the new leader, Austin Ogo, trying to pick up his first career win. If he actually won, it would be the 3rd straight week that a rookie has won a Snickers Cup Series event, with Cittadino winning at both Bristol and Auto Club. Wow, we're going to have to take a look here, see if we will get back to green. Right now we have 5 laps to go. We should be able to get back to green with maybe a green-white checkered or 1-lap shootout, but we're going to look first at what may have been our final caution of the day. Yeah, I thought it might possibly have been Joshua Michaels, and indeed it was. Michaels going to get turned around right there and just start spinning down towards the apron. Fortunately, a single car incident for Joshua Michaels. Nice job keeping that from coming back up the racetrack into other drivers. Joshua Michaels, who was up there at the front side of the top 5 for a majority of this day, involved right here in a solo car spin for what could be the final caution of the day. Let's go back for the final of this race, see if it's going to end under green or under caution. Here we go. It's going to be a 1-lap shootout to decide this race. Austin Ogo in for maybe the lap of his career. 4 turns, 1 lap stands between him and his first career NNSCRA victory, his first win as well here in the Snickers Cup Series as a rookie. Ogo will be the leader. Poteet is second. Third place, Zach Campbell. Michael Norman fourth. And Hayden Klein is fifth. Then it's Silver Fox, Mason, Pichu London, Sean Henley, and John Cittadino completing the top 10. Kyle Sosnowski, George Roque, Tryphon Reed, and Richard Johnson, 11th through 14th, are the last cars on the lead lap. Single file restart. Can Dylan Poteet get it back from Austin Ogo, or will Austin Ogo be able to hold him off here? It won't matter if the caution comes out because it's only one lap. Poteet is there. He's waiting. He's trying to dive it down here. Austin Ogo going to try and throw the block. He's got to keep it as low as he can. If Poteet's going to make the move, they'll have to make it on the high side. But Austin Ogo looks pretty doggone good off this corner. And Austin Ogo, he will do it. Austin Ogo wins his first career Snickers Cup Series victory, his first victory of his career. Dylan Poteet just coming up short. His winless streak will move to 29. And what a job by Austin Ogo and that number 83 team. First win of the season for Burger King Racing. And the third straight week that a rookie has taken the Snickers Cup Series event. Wow. Austin Ogo, tremendous job by him on that last green flag run. He was able to get Dylan Poteet at the line. And what an unbelievable job. Austin Ogo with the victory here today in the Red Bull 400. How ironic that it's the Red Bull 400. And the 83 used to be sponsored by Red Bull when Brian Vickers drove the 83. Never really even thought of that, and I just thought I would throw that little thing out there. Sorry to all those Brian Vickers haters. Anyway, Austin Ogo is the winner of today's race. It's certainly going to help him in the points. He came in 25th in points, and I believe 5th in the rookie standings. So this is certainly going to give him a momentum boost. And we have gotten word that the new points leader heading to next week's race at Atlanta is Dylan Poteet. He may not have gotten the win, but he's captured the points lead here for the first time this season. So congratulations to him. We'll quickly take a look here, as we always do, at the official finishing results, at least the top 10. We had Austin Ogo win this race. Second place, of course, was Dylan Poteet. Zach Campbell, what a nice run for him. Dead last in points, and he finishes third today. This is certainly going to be one of his best races of the season, no doubt about that. This is what he needed to do, too, to be able to get himself back on track to work his way up through the points. And, you know, everybody right now is still mathematically eligible to make the chase. Zach Campbell, who knows, he could clinch a wild card spot if he could win a couple races this season. How about Michael Norman? I think that car didn't have a scratch on it all day long, even though he didn't start up at the front of the field. He'll get the 4th position here on this final lap. Hayden Klein having to settle for 5th place, but still a great run for him and that 11 team. Nice run for that rookie. He was actually the 3rd highest running rookie of the day. Ralph Mason, that car, I mean, seriously, that car was damaged left, right, top, bottom, everywhere. He still rallied back for a 6th place finish. Pichu London worked pit strategy all day long. Unfortunately, didn't get him to the front when it mattered most, but still, he'll be pretty happy, I'm sure, with a 7th place finish, as Pichu London had a pretty dismal race last week, which dropped him down to 22nd in points. This may move him back up through the standings due to the hardships a lot of drivers ahead of him had today. As 8th place, how about James Silverfox? Nice run for him. He's been turning his season around in that 7 team. He is 34th in points, but a great run today for him. Sean Henley, after he dominated the first few Speed Weeks events at Daytona, he's been having a very difficult time of it in the standings, but a great run for him in 9th. And John Cittadino, the rookie sensation of domination, coming off his 2nd straight win. He'll finish with a top 10 finish, so he's got 3 straight top 10s now. Came in 6th in points, and drivers such as Charles Jackson, Dylan Young, and Cole Daly had trouble ahead of him. We may see John Cittadino 2nd in points heading into Atlanta. Let's quickly update you on the rest of these drivers here. How about Kyle Sosnowski? Nice follow-up from his Mobile Cup Series win in 11th place. Then you got George Roque, 12th place for him. He came in 5th in points, so a nice survival race for him. Tryphon Reed, nice run for him in the 13th position there for the 13. How ironic is that? Tryphon Reed came in 38th in points, so just like Zach Campbell, this is a nice run for him. And Richard Johnson may have just moved himself into the top 10 in points. He came in 12th in the standings, and this 14th place finish may move him in to the top 10. How about Sean Galligan? All these cars finishing off the lead lap, but Galligan gets 15th. Roy Vidarvo gets 16th. Anthony McCurry gets 17th. Joshua Michaels in 18th. How about Aaron Williams Jr.? What a nice job by him. That car got hit a number of times this race, and he'll still get a top 20 in 19th. and Matthew Rodriguez going to be the final car in the top 20 in the 20th position. Well, Austin Ogo gets his first career Snickers Cup Series victory. Dylan Poteet captures the points lead heading next week's race. And I don't think we've seen the juniors rivalry end. It came to light here at the very beginning of this race between Aaron Williams Jr. and Ron Vajara Jr. Who knows what's going to happen when we head to the high speeds of Atlanta Motor Speedway next week. Hope you guys will tune in for that. Trucks, Mobile, Snickers Cup coming from that track before we pack it all up and take a right-hand turn to our first road course of the season at Infineon Raceway. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like. Subscribe to become a part of the crew today. We'll see you guys next time. Here comes your official finishing results, your rookie points, and your overall point standings heading into next week. You've been watching the production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best.